Welcome back. It's your girl Haps. Thanks for coming back for another episode here in Oaklands. As promised, we're going to check out the upstairs here of this little fairy house. Last episode, we checked out the bottom. Before we head on up, I want to point out just this beautiful railing. It was such a pain to make. These are all individual circles. So lots and lots of little pieces, but I think it came out so beautiful. And this wall over here was just so blank. So I built out this flower, again, all individual little circles that have been stretched out to make all the little leaves there. But I think it really added something to the whole building, just making it really pretty. I love adding the chain so that the whole house is just sort of hanging from the roof. I thought that was a really nice touch. But here we go upstairs. And in this one, you can still see that flower from the inside. We've got a nice little cauldron here. A little rug on the floor with a coffee table. One of the lamps here and here. And then we've got a cute little couch where I just sort of took two of those chairs and made them into two different, or combined them together into making one couch, which I thought was a neat idea. Again, I kind of use this one several places, just like the chairs, but I really like that. Another fireplace up here. Little poker for the fireplace. And then I tried my first bed up here, which I kind of like. I think it turned out pretty good. Got a little painting there as well. Again, our window's open. Not that there's a good view. But yeah, that's the upstairs. I think it's pretty nice. Goes really well with our little fairy house here. So that's the rest of that fairy house for you. And we'll go ahead and come up here. This is probably one of my favorite fairy houses. It just, I don't know why, it just looks so beautiful to me. Hanging from the roof right there. It's just got this like sort of a fairy in a jar kind of feeling to me, right? Like it just gives me those kind of vibes. And I love all the blues and greens that I use. This door is very confusing when it's closed because you run into it thinking that you can just walk right through, but it's actually glass. So there is a door there. But then we've got this cool fireplace. I try to come up with new ideas for each house so that it's not always exactly the same. So there's a sort of different fireplace for this one. Got a little ducky up there. And then it's sort of like a little loft for the bed. And I made these cool little curtains, like when you're sleeping you would close that off. Which I think looks really cool. Got a lamp in there. A couple of chairs down here, just like the other chairs. Again, you can have a seat in them. I just love it. Like cute little house for our little fairies. I tried to make fairies, but as we know from my big fairy upstairs, I am not good with people. It just was not working out for me, so I decided to stop trying. I didn't want to keep making a mess of it. So, yeah, this is our cute little fairy house. Again, I think this one's probably my favorite. I just really like the way this design came together. It's really nice. And I love these little walking trails with the fairy lights. But we'll go down here and we'll check out this one, which is also a really neat little house. I sort of dragged down this root coming all the way down and then split it out and then made this little house underneath it with all these big rocks. So all these rocks are, again, just spheres all put together to make this little rock facade for this house. You can see we've got a chimney coming up over there. And then inside this house, we've got a totally different kind of fireplace. Again, just trying to do something different every time. And one of my friends really wanted to make the ducky be on a little thing like roasting a pig or something. So that's what we did. We put it together like that. Everyone who sees it is usually like, "Aw, poor ducky." I should have put an evil duck there, but alas, here we are. So yeah, we got some lamps in here too. We got another little chair. I really like this is cactus, but it's got such a nice texture to it that I really like using the cactus for the chairs, just for that really cool texture looking thing. Sort of reminds me of graham crackers. And we got lots of paintings on the wall, big old rug, another bed, and then some tables, little lamp. And I really love this guy. It's like a big dresser type situation, but I made it with real doors and shelves so you could put real things on there if you wanted. Like hide away some ducks or fabric or jars. I don't know what, but I think it'd be really neat. I could also put something on top of here if I wanted. But yeah, that's this little house, this little cute fairy house. Oh, that's right, there's little seats on the bed too. Pretty neat little fairy house. I'm a big fan of this one too. I'm a fan of most of them, but you know, I made them, so of course I would be. Over here, this is part of my new storage system that I'm trying to work out, is I am mapping every single block in the game. So up there I've got all the woods being mapped out, and now down below I'm starting to map out all of the different rocks. And it's, you know, these are terracottas, but it's each processing of them, right? So when you get it, and then you can process it one time, and then you can process it a second time. So same thing with the woods up there, they can be processed once or twice, so it gives a different texture each time. But this is also sort of like my palette board of just all the different things I can build with, right? So it sort of gives inspiration to just looking at it and going, maybe I could build this because this texture reminds me of this thing. Or once I've made a build, I might come over here and go, all right, well, what do I want to fill it in with now? And I could look across all these beautiful shapes and colors and patterns and get a feel for what I might like to build with or change it up to look like. So that one's really neat. I love doing that. It's been a fun project. A friend of mine's been working on it with me because he's a big completionist, so he loves kind of going through and finding all the things in the game. This is another house. This one is kind of a little bit more plain. I think maybe I was running out of inspiration. I do love this little bay window though. This guy is pretty cute. Not gonna lie, I like the little bay window. But I was running out of ideas, and one of my friends had made this little trophy thing here for uranium, like a little stand for this uranium. And so I decided I would turn this whole house into sort of a little trophy room, and he's gonna fill it in with the different ores across all of these stands. So kind of similar to what we're doing over there, but this is gonna be the trophy room. And it gave us something to do with this house because I didn't really have any good ideas for it at the time. But yeah, so that's pretty much what we got going on down here right now. I'll show you my cute little hedgehog who's not quite done yet. Need to get some more stone down here to fill in his quills, but he's just, you know, hiding in the wall, poking out a little bit. But yeah, there's one more big build that I can show you all down here, and that is gonna be sort of a collaborative build that I made, Mooney's Smoothie Shop. But I don't really want to start that one this episode because there's a lot of cool things to see there. So I'll go ahead and wrap it up. Thank you so much for watching. Again, if you like these episodes, you want to see more, please like and subscribe. If you've got ideas for me, any kind of inspiration, please don't hesitate to comment. But thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.